Welcome on a new episode of how to set up Write-Back Extreme. In this video I'm going through all the steps of setting up the single sign-on on Azure. So when you're logged into the management console, go to security, then single sign-on, and let's enable it. The first text field is the login button label. So this is the label that appears on the button on the login screen. Let's leave it at login for now. And first we need to create an app on Azure. So we're going to Azure and then Enterprise Applications. We go to New Application and create our own application here. And the name of our app is Write-Back Extreme. So you can leave this on the this setting, then hit create on the bottom. Okay, now we are at the overview page. First, we go to users and groups. And here we are going to assign all the users that can log in to Write-Back Extreme via Azure. So here I'm going to add my own. So one user is selected, and finally we need to press the assign button at the top left, the bottom left of the page. Now we are going to the single sign-on. We go and click on SAML, and on this screen we need to do the most of the configuration. So here we click on edit. So first we need an identifier, and that can be anything you want. It's a unique key for our application. So we can call it Write-Back Extreme. Let's call it a Write-Back Extreme identifier. And we need to set up two reply URLs, and they are given in the management console. So this is the first one. Let's copy paste that in. And also the other one. So the first one is for the management console, and the second one is for the extension. So then we also need the sign-on URL, which is your URL /backend/login. And that's all you need to do on this page. So hit save to store the changes. Okay, so now this is in place. Now we're going to set the attributes and claims, and those are used to for the information that gets back to Write-Back Extreme. So what we don't want to do here is for the name identifier, we want to have the user object ID. Let's hit save. And then this is email address. That should be email, and then user mail is correct. I forgot something. We need to clear out the namespace here. And now we have given name. That should be display name. Get rid of this one. And for display name, maybe it's good to make a join. This is really optional, but it's general practice. So this should be given name, and we have a separator, and then we want the surname. So it concatenates the given name and the surname, and that will be placed in this display name. And then we have principal name, that should be ID, and let's make it this object ID. And then forgot to do the namespace. And here, let's make this username. And So the username is, in the case of Right Back Extreme, it's also the mail address. Okay, so now we have those. Now let's go back one page. Okay, so we see here the attributes and claims are correct. And now we're going to copy some information back to the management console. So first of all, the login URL. The login URL should be in here. And then we have the Microsoft Entra identifier. That is our IDP identifier. And this is the name, the unique name we gave it. So that is Right Back Extreme identifier. And last but not least, the certificates. So here we want to download the base 64 certificate. And let's open that up in a application. So here we see the certificate, and we need to copy what's inside the certificate. So only this one, except for the first line and the last line. So let's copy paste this into the management console. Before we hit the apply config button, we want to test our SSO connection. And here we see the test completed successfully. In order to get this success message, the user should be, at least the user email address should be added to the users. So there should be a user with that email address in Right Back Extreme. And now we are going to apply the configuration. And here when we sign out, we see our button. And when we click on it, we are logged into Right Back Extreme. And probably in your case, first it shows the login form of Azure, and then after the login is complete, then you enter the management console.